All right, great having everybody here. Hello and welcome. Thank you for coming to the Hatboro-Horsham High School College Fair. We are excited to have you here today. I know we still will probably have folks trickling in as we go, but just wanted to go ahead and kick us off. We're so excited to have you participating, and we have some fantastic institutions here going to be sharing about their schools. My name is Laura. I'll be your facilitator. So I will be keeping us on track and moving us from school to school and wrapping us up at the end with some panel conversation. Before we get started, just a couple of housekeeping items to be aware of. You've probably already noticed that your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. However, we still would absolutely encourage questions and engagement. So you do still have that option to use the Q&A button at the bottom of your screen. You can use that at any time. So if you have questions for a panelist who has already presented, I would still encourage you use that Q&A button, and we will be getting to those throughout the presentation. This is just one of many college presentations that are offered today. So you probably are already aware of this. Hopefully you've been participating earlier as well, but be sure to check out the full schedule to sign up for some additional sessions after this one concludes. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available at the StriveScan website. So you can take a look at those after we wrap. All right, so with that being said, I would like to turn it over to our first school of today, and that will be DeSales University. Take it away.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jordan Lowe, so I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions at DeSales University. So bear with me for 1 second. I'm going to pull up the presentation I have. Okay, so that is obviously a picture of campus. But to tell you a little bit more about DeSales University, we are a small private Catholic institution. We have about 1,800 undergraduate students. Our average class size is about 20. Student to faculty ratio is 12:1. And every student does have a faculty advisor. So you would have a professor within your program who's going to work with you throughout the entire academic year and throughout your entire 4 years at the university. 87% of them do have their highest attainable degree. So they're a great resource to have for connecting you with graduate programs, for employers in the area, different things like that. We do have an academic success center as well. So if you are in need of some tutoring, we do have professional and peer tutoring available on campus where you can go free of charge to get some extra assistance. As far as academics, our main programs are medical. So we do have an accelerated physician assistant program, an accelerated physical therapy program, an accelerated speech pathology program, nursing, natural sciences, business programs, and a performing arts department. And if you want to learn more about the academics we offer, we were able to record Zoom open houses we had last year. So if you go on desales.edu/academics, you can see a breakdown of all of our programs there, short videos that the faculty had put together to tell you more about the opportunities you would have in those majors, what students do after graduation, and again, the experiences they have as a DeSales student. As far as campus life, we do have over 50 clubs and organizations, and we have a campus activities board. So that's a group of students who are in charge of making sure campus always has something going on for our students, whether that's bringing in a musician to campus, sponsoring off-campus bus trips to Philly or New York. We actually do a mystery bus trip where students, for a very small fee, I think it's $5, hop on the bus, not knowing where they're going. But as they're on their way, they're told where they're going, told what they can do in the area, different things like that. We do have a Center for Faith and Justice. So if you're interested in continuing with campus ministry or community service, it's a really popular thing we do on campus, and they have a bunch of volunteer opportunities for all of our students. And then we do offer club and intramural sports. So if you are looking to stay active, maybe not necessarily at that varsity level, club sports are a great option. We offer a few of them, not as competitive as varsity sports, but you still compete against other universities. Intramurals, it's just fun. It's you and your friends getting together a couple nights a week to play a game, obviously against other DeSales students. As far as residence life goes, we do guarantee housing for all 4 years. So as long as you are a DeSales student, you are always welcome to live on campus. And all of our traditional residence halls are suite style. So including the freshman residence halls, you have 2 rooms that are connected by a bathroom. So you're not fighting over 2 shower stalls with 11 other students in a hallway. It's always 4 students to 1 bathroom. In the freshman residence halls, you do have a vanity area as well, so a sink and a mirror, as well as your own heating and AC unit. So you set the temperature to what you want. It stays that way year round. Once you hit upperclassmen status, we have townhouses on campus, we have apartments on campus. We do have a full-time housekeeping service, laundry is free, freshmen can bring a car, and we do have a full-time police force, so campus is extremely safe. As far as travel opportunities, just as a side note, if you have not thought about doing any international travel while you're a college student, take advantage of it. I haven't met anybody who did any international travel as a college student who then said, I wish I didn't do that. It's never going to be cheaper and it's never going to be easier. So at DeSales, our main study abroad location is to Rome, Italy, but we are set up all over Europe. We're in Australia, New Zealand, and Japan. And if there's somewhere you want to go to study abroad that we're not connected with, you can work with our director of global learning. As long as it's safe for you to go, he will make sure to get you there. There's no additional cost other than the cost of the plane ticket for you to study abroad. But if you don't want to go for a full 3 months, we do have other trips available. We have hybrid courses where you would take a course for a full semester on our campus, but then the week after the semester is over, you would travel to a different country to continue learning there. We have spring break trips done through our student engagement and leadership office, service trips that happen internationally. And over the summer, every other year, they'll flip-flop between South Africa and India. And then if you are a varsity athlete, at one point over your 4 years, you will travel and compete internationally. So I know our women's volleyball team had went to Iceland. Men's soccer always goes to Ireland because that's where the coach is from. So it really depends on the sport, but you will travel at some point over your 4 years. And this is a breakdown of all of our varsity sports programs. As you can see, the one we do not have is football. So the big sports that students like to go out and watch is soccer and basketball. Basketball especially is getting really popular because both our men's and women's teams are really competitive. Both have made the NCAA tournament for the last 2 years. The boys have traditionally gotten knocked out first round, but 1 year they're going to make it past. The girls always make it to at least the Sweet 16. So it is a really exciting time because we get to host those games typically. So if you are interested in applying, our application is open now and we are rolling admission. The only exception being for any accelerated program. So if you are looking into our 5-year PA program or our 5-year speech pathology program, as well as the 6-year physical therapy program, your application has to be in by December 15th. And you would have to interview for those programs as well by January 15th. All of our other programs, unlimited seating, there is no deadline to apply. I would say though, be applied by the end of October, definitely by Thanksgiving, just to get that off your plate. Not that you're waiting all senior year or stressing about it all senior year. You want to make sure it all gets in. But this is a breakdown of everything we need. And if you have any other questions, this is my contact information. So please feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you have. But thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Jordan. And again, just as a reminder, please feel free to use that Q&A button with any questions that you have throughout. All right, and with that, I will turn it over to our next institution, which is University of Southern Maine.
Good afternoon, folks. My name is Julia Gurney, Senior Associate Director here at the University of Southern Maine. And as our name indicates, located in beautiful Southern Maine. If you haven't gotten a chance to visit New England, it's the perfect opportunity to do so in the fall. And so let me take a moment to share my screen. And we will get going. All right. All right, fantastic. So the University of Southern Maine, and one of the more unique aspects of our campus that we'll really dive into in these 5 minutes that I have, is really that we are located mostly in Portland, Maine, but we do have multiple campuses. And so for most people, you have to compromise on location when it comes to a university. But here at the University of Southern Maine, you don't have to, because we have both an urban and a rural campus, which provides our students with a really unique opportunity to, engage in their college experience in 2 different places. So let me explain. So welcome. We really truly value the experience that students have on our campus here at the University of Southern Maine, but we'll jump into some fast facts that I think are important for people to know. We are a public university in the UMaine system, very similar to the Pennsylvania State College system, 8,500 undergraduates, so about medium size for a New England university, 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio, 55 minors, 55 majors, 79 minors, and 28 graduate degrees. We have 3 campuses, as I discussed, and we will talk about them a little bit more as we move on in the presentation. But we have over 400 host sites for clinicals and internships, 3.3 average GPA for incoming high school students. And just to give you an idea about where we're located and how long it would take you to get to campus, from that particular area in Pennsylvania, we're going to be about a 6-hour, 45-minute or about a 7-hour drive. We do have a fair amount of people who are from this particular area on campus. They'll do one flight, or they will do one drive at the beginning of the semester and then fly home if they need to, just to kind of give you a perspective out of Philly. So our 3 campuses. So we are predominantly located in Portland, Maine, but we also do have a campus about 20 minutes outside of Portland in Gorham, Maine, and also 45 minutes a regional center in Lewiston, Maine. Portland being the most populous city in the state of Maine, that is where like the city is when it comes to the state of Maine. So what does that mean for you? As a student, you have endless opportunities and no compromise when it comes to location. You can have both an urban and a rural experience within one university. And the way that it's housed is you don't necessarily apply to a specific campus, you apply to the University of Southern Maine, and we do have specific academic departments that are going to be housed on each location. Students go back and forth pretty easily. We're part of the Portland Metro system, which means that we have a free bus service to go to and from our Portland and Gorham campus. 6 residence halls on our Gorham campus, our athletic facilities, both in Portland, Gorham, and Lewiston. And a lot of our same resources are going to be offered in both Portland, Gorham, and Lewiston. And so it's a really great opportunity for students to not have to compromise on the type of experience that they get. They love the options of having multiple campuses and multiple options for taking classes as well. So when it comes to the academic experience at USM, all of our students will participate in a general education requirement or core curriculum, their major and minor courses, their internships and external experiences, and then other opportunities for research and honors programs as well. We fully understand that education happens both in and outside of the classroom as well. And so you can't just go to class. We want you to have experience. We want you to have an opportunity to experience the career field in which you're going to be going into before you actually pursue your degree. And so all of our majors do require some sort of external experience before you graduate to ensure that you have some experience when you head out into the job world. When it comes to tuition and fees, we are an out-of-state, in-state model. So out-of-state students, if you're coming from Pennsylvania, tuition fees, room and board, we're looking at $35,000 a year. That is everything included. We do offer generous merit-based scholarships up to $14,000 for students who are above a 3.0 GPA. No additional application for that. For students to apply, you just apply to the university, you'll be evaluated and then awarded those merit scholarships. So we have a variety of students who apply to the university, but if you're a traditional first-year student coming out of high school, we are a Common App or main application school. We are $0 to apply to. We were SAT or ACT optional before the pandemic and are proud to be so. And we do require that you submit your official high school transcript or any other college transcripts if you've done any sort of dual enrollment. Additional items for applicants that are not required are your essay, recommendation letters, any sort of activities, extracurriculars, resume, etc. And this is the biggest news that I always like to emphasize to students is that we are growing. Even despite everything that's happened in the last year and a half, we broke ground on our brand new state-of-the-art campus center dining hall and Portland Commons, which is going to be upperclassmen housing that will have a view of Back Cove and the entire Portland waterfront from our campus in Portland. And so ideally, we are going to be keeping underclassmen students in Gorham for their residential time. And then we will also be moving our upperclassmen students to Portland. So I'm going to pass it off, but thanks so much and feel free to connect with us if you have any questions.
Wonderful. Thank you, Julia. All right. So now we have King's College up next.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jake. I'm one of the admission counselors at King's College in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. I'm a 2020 graduate of King's, and just give me 1 second as I start to share my screen here. So just a little bit about us. Wilkes-Barre, we are located just about a little over an hour and 50 minutes away from where you are in Hatboro. So we're not too far. We're right up 476. So it's an easy ride up to see us on campus. We're about 2,300 undergraduate students. So we're not a massive school. You know, it really gives you that nice opportunity to really get to know everybody, not just your fellow classmates, but also the professors, the people working the dining hall, our facilities crew. You really become a family with everyone. And, you know, our average class size is about 18 students. And with that being said, some of your entry level classes might be a little bit larger, but then in addition to that, your major classes when you're a senior will be a lot smaller as well. I always like to tell the story. When I was a senior, I took a class where with the professor, we had 6 students in the entire room. So it was really nice, again, that you get to have that personalized attention with that professor. And again, you're working with them from really day one that you step foot on campus. So, you know, just a little bit after graduation too, we have a 99% placement rate. That's within 6 months of graduation. So that means you'll either be in a career or you'll also be in a graduate program if you choose to do so. And at any point, feel free. I know a lot of you are probably on your phones or on a computer, take a screenshot or a picture of my contact info on the left. And always feel free to put some questions into the chat. So just some of our majors that we do offer on campus. We offer 41 undergraduate majors on campus, and we offer 30 different minors. So some of our bigger majors, of course, are our physician assistant program. It's an accelerated 5-year master's that we do offer. So we do encourage students, you know, you do have to come in as a freshman if you're looking to apply into that to go through the full 5-year program. But in addition to that, we also have a 5-year master's in athletic training. So if you want to become an athletic trainer, you could get about 6 years of schoolwork done in 5 here at King's. In addition to that, we also offer exercise science, and something new that we're offering in this upcoming year, so in the fall of 2022, is that we're actually having a doctoral in occupational therapy, which will fall under our exercise science realm with the AT. So it's something exciting that we're having our first doctoral program coming up, and that students will be able to receive their bachelor's, their master's, and then of course their doctorate within a few short years here at King's. We also have an accredited business program on campus. So we're AA CSB accredited in our business school. It's the highest business school accreditation you can get in the country. We have state-of-the-art technology inside, which kind of takes a Zoom setting like this and kind of enhances it a little bit more. So we're not little 2-inch by 2-inch blocks or 2-foot by 2-foot blocks. So it's really awesome. And on the inside too, we also have a stock market ticker where our students within the business field and then also other majors are actually using that throughout their day-to-day. And in addition to that, you're also helping out with local businesses within our area because a lot of our professors have agreements with them as well. We have our civil and mechanical engineering program. We also are a sister school of Notre Dame University. So we have a 3+2 engineering with Notre Dame as well. And then we do offer programs in nursing, liberal arts, so your political science, your criminal justice, your sociologies, your English, your languages, that'll all fall under there. And then we do some pre-tracks as well. So we pre-med, pre-dental, pre-veterinary, pre-law. On campus, we also have over 50 different clubs and organizations. So there's something always for you to do. Our campus activities crew actually runs all of that. They take trips all throughout the year as well. They actually just went to Broadway a few weeks ago when the Broadway shows reopened. And then actually this Friday, we're doing our King's Got Talent. Instead of America's Got Talent, we do King's Got Talent, but at least it showcases some of our students and their talents on campus. And it's just a fun way to get out and be involved. We have 28 D3 teams on campus, which I'll explain in a few minutes. And then we also have a lot of community service opportunities that we offer throughout the year and even over summer breaks and winter breaks. And then there is parking allowed for first-year students. So just thinking about applying to King's, our application is open. We accept our own or the Common App. It's really up to you, whatever you prefer, whatever's easiest for you. Or I know sometimes schools ask you to do one or the other. So whichever one, feel free to use. And then just thinking about what goes into the decision a little bit, you know, we talk about the application. So we want to see, you know, who you are within that college essay, your letters of recommendation, the extracurriculars that you're doing, because they do matter, because we really do take a holistic approach to, you know, your application and who you are. Well, of course, we're looking at your transcripts. We are now completely SAT and ACT optional. That does not mean you can't apply with them if you've taken them and you want to also include them, but you are not required to for any majors on our campus. And then we also say at least 2 and even maybe 3 letters of recommendation. Again, we want to just see, again, who you are either in the classroom, on the field if you're an athlete, or even just with your volunteer experiences, your jobs. We want to get the whole picture of who you are. So that's what we kind of take a look into. And then our admission interview, it's not a formal sit down interview. If you just come and visit us on our campus, you have the opportunity to just talk to us a little bit more about the admission process, who you are. You get to see into our buildings, our residence halls, and that'll count as one of your admission interviews. Before, briefly, I mentioned that we have 28 D3 teams. So that means, being a D3 school, we only offer merit-based scholarships. So that's going to be based off of your GPA. This is what the current situation is this year. So they range from $16,000 to $25,000. Again, they're all based off of your GPA once we go through all those factors I was talking about in the previous slide. But that does allow you at least to have still that love for your education, but also an equal love for your sport. But if you say you didn't want to do the sport after a few years, I mean, college changes you, you know, so maybe after a while you don't want to do the sport anymore, you want to just focus on getting internships, you have that opportunity with Kings to still get out of the sport and then not have to worry about losing money there. And finally, quick, I just encourage you to come visit us. Again, you'll get inside of some of our residence halls, exploring our majors. You'll get a tour of our whole area. We actually take you on a shuttle tour as well. But thank you all again for being here, and I'll turn it back over.
Thanks, Jake. All right, moving right along, we have Bucknell University up next.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chrissy Finley from Bucknell. So great to be here. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. I had some issues earlier, so just bear with me. How's that? Is that okay, Laura?
Looks great.
All right, thank you. Okay, so Bucknell University, we are located in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, beautiful Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, which is maybe about 2 hours and 20 minutes from Hatboro-Horsham. We are one of the largest liberal arts schools in the country. And so people like us because we're not too small, not too big, real emphasis on personal attention. We have a great college town here in Lewisburg. We have Susquehanna University down the road, about 20 minutes. So we have 2 colleges on the smaller size of 2 great college towns. Here's a picture of our campus. When visitors come, they're pretty surprised at how large the campus feels. We are located right on the Susquehanna River. If you look at that area that's under construction, that is actually a building right now that was unveiled about 6 weeks ago. It's the new Holmes Hall for the Freeman College of Management, as well as the Department of Art and Art History. It's absolutely breathtaking. I suggest you check out the video there because it is amazing. What's unique about Bucknell, again, has a lot to do with our size, but we have 3 colleges that I like to share are the intersection of your experience. You could major across the colleges, you could minor across the colleges, you could take classes across the colleges. Again, we're a liberal arts institution, and we want you to explore. We want you to enjoy the well-roundedness of your experience. College of Arts and Science is 60% of our campus. Our College of Engineering, which is ranked 7th in the country right now, it has 9 majors, 32% female engineers, which is almost double the national average of young women studying engineering. That is 20% of campus. And then next, our youngest college, that Freeman College of Management, which is accredited. Less than 5% of all business programs in the world achieve accreditation, and we did before we became a college. We have 7 majors there, lots of ways and opportunities to be an entrepreneur, but Freeman is 20% of campus. So again, you can major, you can minor, you can take classes across the colleges. We have over 60 majors, 70 minors. We've recently added biophysics, business analytics. We continue to add minors, real estate management. We have a lot of centers and programs to complement your majors and minors. But we are about 37, a little more than 3,700 students. The average class size is 20. We have a 9-to-1 student faculty ratio. All of our classes are taught by professors. We have TAs, but they don't teach, they assist. You will have an opportunity to do research across the board, whether you're studying social sciences, humanities, engineering, business, because of the uniqueness of the personal attention that we offer, yet the feel of a larger research institution. I've known students do research as early as their first year. We have faculty who have discovered planets, plant species, built cars that speak. There's a lot happening here where our faculty are bringing their students in, and it's truly a collaborative experience. Lots of life on campus here, whether it's Division I athletics. We're very proud of being a true student athlete institution. We play in the Patriot League. We have been #1 in the nation for graduation rates of student athletes a couple of years. So we do very well on the fields, on the courts, but we do, even better in the classroom. And so we have the Greek system as well. Lots of life, 200 clubs and organizations, concert speakers. I've seen John Legend, Anderson Cooper, DJ Diesel was here a couple of weeks ago. If you don't know who he is, apparently Shaquille O'Neal has an alter ego. He is DJ Diesel. He was here and he DJ'd our Fall Fest. Housing's guaranteed for 4 years. We know it's important to many of you to understand what housing means, because many of you have grown up in your own room. We have guaranteed it for 4 years. We have everything from apartment style living, upper class student apartments. We have residential colleges where you can live in theme-based housing areas where they come up with a theme and you live together and you bring the conversation from the classroom back to the residence hall, having classes with hallmates and vice versa. There's all kinds of housing here for you. Almost half of our students study abroad. They go somewhere in the world, even as an engineer, even as a Division I athlete, you can study abroad. And again, almost half of our students do that. Most of our students graduate within 6 years. Many of them are starting with their first year starting salary of $62,000 in management engineering. It's well above that. We have a program, our 5-year dual degree engineering program, where many of those engineers are earning close to $90,000 a year as a starting salary. We have early decision 1 and early decision 2. About 40% of our class comes in through the early decision route. We have about 11,000 applications. We admit about 34%. We've been between 28 and 34 in recent years. And it's very important for us to shape our class and community, not just enroll it. We want to know what your major is, your first choice major, your second choice major. We want to know what kind of community member you are, but it's all about context. What are you taking at Hatboro-Horsham? How have you done? What is the trajectory of rigor? Because again, it is very important for us to continue to shape the class and community so that we're a better Bucknell, so that we're a better institution. And so I guess I will end on our financial aid. We have a blended approach to financial aid, need and merit-based aid. You apply for scholarships now at Bucknell. Previously, you received scholarships through the course of the review. Now it's in your hands. So there's some final information there. Please go to the web, check out our visits. We have a very strong virtual presence. We're offering visits in person, campus tours, open houses, and the tours are in residence halls, in the dining facilities. And there's my contact info. So good luck, everybody. Take care. Stay healthy.
Thanks, Chrissy. And just a reminder to all of our attendees, you can still be dropping those questions in the Q&A button. So don't hesitate to use that. And for our panelists as well, you can send a chat of your contact info for the entire group to see if you'd like to. So feel free to drop in your information there too. All right, next we have Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Pam Guzman, and I'm Assistant Director of Admissions at Iup, and I'm also a proud alumna of the university as well. And this is your IUP. We want you to make this experience as personal as possible, starting from now, the college search process. I'm here to answer any questions that you may have. You may feel free to contact me. Indiana University of Pennsylvania is one of the 14 state universities, and we pride ourselves in providing great quality education at a great affordable price. We are located in Indiana, Pennsylvania, which is a very small town in the western side of the state, very close to Pittsburgh. So if you're looking to get away from the city, or if you're looking for a place that has quick access to a city like Pittsburgh, this would be a perfect location for you, about 4 hours away from Philadelphia. And so we have a lot to offer, starting off from our majors. We have over 120 different majors to offer. We have about 60 different minors and certifications. And if you're thinking of anything related to business, we have an internationally recognized business program where we offer majors like accounting, human resources, interior design. We have majors in the health and sciences field. So if you're thinking about nursing, we actually have been ranked 8th in the state of Pennsylvania for our amazing nursing program. If you're thinking about something in the humanities and social sciences field, like criminology, psychology, sociology, we have majors for you as well as education programs and so much more to choose from. So definitely look at our page, at our website, iup.edu/majors, so you can see the extended list of programs that we have to offer. We also have master's degrees as well as doctoral degrees. And even though you're looking just at undergraduate programs right now, knowing that we offer programs all the way through the doctoral level should speak to you about the level of expertise and the number of resources that we have to offer to our students starting at the undergraduate level. So definitely start thinking about those different resources. We pride ourselves in the support that we offer to our students starting from their freshman year on campus. We have a unique experience called the Iup Guide Program, where a student is guided throughout their 4 years on campus by a guide, someone that's a faculty or a staff member like myself, who's going to be there for your support throughout your 4 years on campus. Whether you have questions about a job, you need someone to talk to, you can reach out to your guide and we will get back to you and build those relationships with you. We have a lot to offer in terms of student activities. We have over 200 different clubs and organizations to choose from. So we definitely keep you busy. There's always something to do on campus. We also guarantee hands-on learning. You will learn by doing when you come to IUP. Whether it's an internship, you will talk to your advisors and your academic advisor about these different opportunities. We will find a placement for you. Or if you want to do research, all of our students are exposed to research starting freshman year. Keep in mind that this is a nationally recognized research institution, and we pride ourselves in offering those different opportunities to all of our students. I personally had that opportunity as a student, and it definitely prepared me for the next steps in my career. Knowing that you will be living on campus, it is mandatory to stay on campus at least your first year, but we do guarantee housing for those 4 years on campus. If you choose to stay on campus, you have that option. Here are the 6 different suite styles that we offer, and they're absolutely amazing. They're beautiful. I think this was one of my most favorite parts of staying on campus. The dorms, you can think about having a small hotel room. You walk in the room and you share a bed, you share a room space with your roommate, and you also share a bathroom, but then they also become more personable as well, depending on your style. So you can choose whichever room it is that you want. All of the rooms come with everything you see in them, including a mini fridge and a microwave, as well as a thermostat, so that it is up to you and your roommate what the temperature is like in those rooms. I will say that if you know someone that's coming to IUP, you can choose to dorm with them. But if you don't know anyone, that's totally fine. You will fill out a survey, which will let you know who best matches with you based on those answers that you provide. So you can look forward to having a roommate that's alike or similar to you. We also have an honors program that's for the entire university community that you can apply to. If you're currently taking any AP or honors courses, I highly recommend that you look into the Cook Honors College, because they will provide additional scholarship opportunities, and they also provide a wonderful learning community to all of their students. I quickly mentioned the student organization and the campus involvement, which keeps our students busy. We have over 200 student clubs, and they vary in what they offer, whether you want to join a recreational organization or something related to your major. All of the majors will have an organization attached to them. Look forward to this. If you're thinking about joining Greek life, 10% of our student community is involved in Greek life and definitely makes up a big part of our campus culture. If you're an athlete and you're interested in playing at the Division II level, we have 19 different varsity teams to choose from. And we also have club sports and intramural teams that you can continue playing your sports just for fun when you're on campus. And at this point, if you're interested in starting this process and applying to IUP, all of the seniors can apply. Actually, starting July 1st of your senior year, you can submit an application to IUP by going straight to our website, iup.edu/admissions. You submit your application on there. It's super simple to apply, and we're test optional for all of our majors. So the only requirement is your transcripts. Once you send us your transcripts, we'll get back to you within 2 weeks with a decision. And obviously we want you to submit your FAFSA for financial aid opportunities. And once we have your financial aid information, we'll send out a financial aid offer, which will also include any admission scholarships that you are eligible for based on your GPA, because all of our students will be considered for those admission scholarships once they apply. You have until May 1st to let us know if you're coming to IUP, and if this is the place that you're choosing to be your home for the next 4 years, you have to submit a $150 enrollment deposit. Once you submit that deposit, that would lead to you being able to schedule your orientation and finally moving to campus in mid-August. If you're interested in learning more about us, I invite you to visit our campus. We have visits Monday through Fridays, and then we also have 2 open houses coming up. One actually this Saturday, October 16th, and another one on November 13th. We're more than happy to host you on campus. And we also have 1 virtual visit a month. So if you want to join that virtual visit, you can just go on iup.edu/visit and check out our campus. Thank you so much. And if you have any more questions, I'll be sharing my information in the chat and we can chat briefly there.
Fantastic. Thanks, Pamela. And our last institution for this session will be Ursinus. You are up next.
Hi, how is everyone? My name is Dave, and I'm one of the admissions counselors and athletic liaisons at Ursinus College. If you just give me a minute, I'm just going to share my screen with everyone really quick. But it is a pleasure to be here with everyone today for who is listening. Just to give you guys a little bit of a background about Ursinus College, we are located roughly about 40 minutes away from Hatboro-Horsham. So, you know, it's not too far away. It's nice because you can get away, but still have, you know, the convenience of going home on the weekends if you needed to. But just to start off, I'll dive in. We'll get, we're located in Collegeville, Pennsylvania, which is roughly about 20 miles or 25 miles, excuse me, outside of Center City, Philadelphia. That's really nice because our students will have opportunities to take up internships throughout their time, as well as have Center City connections throughout their experience at Ursinus. To start off as well, we are one of the 44 colleges nationwide that changed lives. And what that basically means is that we are in a pack of different schools that do change lives, and we offer a very transformative hands-on experience for our students that will have a lasting impact even till after graduation. And that's just one of the great things that makes Ursinus great. Everything is very hands-on in terms of, there's a lot of hands-on experiences that are built into the curriculum, and that stems from a lot of the different majors on campus. 94% of our student population does live on campus throughout their 4 years. We see a lot of students coming in from a number of different countries, as well as a number of different states as well. So, you know, we really like to provide that, or with each student, the opportunity to live on campus and be a part of a very inclusive and, you know, robust community throughout their time. Some of our larger majors at Ursinus that we get the most students, you know, involved in are biology, which is a big one. There's a lot of different research opportunities involved with that, as well as applied economics. We have a lot of different good relationships with a lot of the different reputable companies in our area in terms of finance, like for instance, like SEI, Vanguard, we have very good relations with them. And then third is our health and science, or excuse me, health and exercise and physiology major, followed by psychology and media and communication studies. They're just our top 5. But we do offer 60+ major and minors for our students to take advantage of throughout their 4 years. And everything that we offer as a major is also offered as a minor as well. So that's really nice. A lot of our students will also double major in a lot of different things. About 75% of our student population either has a major and a minor together, or a combination of even a double major. So a lot of our students are involved in more than one discipline throughout their time to really give you that broad educational experience. But and then in terms of like tuition and financial aid, we are a $70,000 institution a year, but with that said, 99% of our students do receive some sort of financial aid, whether it be through merit-based scholarships or something we have that's distinguished at Ursinus called specialty scholarships. And we offer 13 different affinity-based specialty scholarships for our students to take advantage of. Some examples of them might be like dance, theater, creative writing. We do offer a lot of different scholarships if you are interested in something like that. But again, those are just 3 examples. And then something that is unique to Ursinus is that we have a common intellectual experience, and that is what we call our Ursinus Quest. So when you enter the college, each student will actually be asked 4 pretty philosophical questions that you aren't supposed to have the answer right away. It's supposed to really be, a helpful hand to guide you throughout your time at Ursinus. But the 4 questions include: what should matter to me? How should we live together? How can we understand? And what will I do? Again, you're not expected to know these answers right when you step foot on campus. They're really just a guiding, they're kind of just like a guiding topic to, go about your time and, really think about, in terms of how you would like to change the world and different initiatives like that. And then in terms of athletics, I know this is a big topic with any school. We do compete at the Division III NCAA level, and we offer 25 different sports in terms of men's and women's athletic varsity sports. With that said, we also do have club sports, intramural sports, which is nice. I know a lot of people have talked about that in their previous presentations, but club sports are nice if you don't want to have that commitment to a varsity sport, but still want to be involved in athletics to some extent. So that is another opportunity that we offer our students. And then in terms of the intramurals, we do have a lot of students who will play ultimate frisbee. We have a lot of land on our campus. We're about 170 acres, and we're pretty spread out in terms of land. So we'll have a lot of students playing ultimate frisbee throughout their time, and it's just a really great place overall to go to school. But and then getting towards the clubs and organizations, we offer 100 different plus clubs and organizations for our students to take up throughout their time, as well as having 8 fraternities and 5 sororities. So we do have Greek life on campus. I want to say about 20% of our campus is involved in some sort of Greek life initiative. But some of the other clubs we include are, like, for instance, the mock trial, the outdoor club. We have a new gaming club that we actually just got in recent years. So those are just a handful of things that we have, to offer our students as extracurricular activities. And then in terms of our school's retention rate, we are well above the national average in terms of retaining our students, hence why our retention rate is 87%. This is really nice because, we love to keep our students on campus throughout their 4 years, and, our retention rate really reflects that. 87% is well above the national average, and that just really reflects just how, well of a job we do with our students, and, our student success rate is up there as well. We have a lot of people who join a lot of different reputable companies after graduation as well. And that is why we also have a 94% job placement rate. So actually 94% of our students after their senior year will be either employed in a full-time position or in a graduate school, and that's within 6 months of graduating. One final thing that I will add is that we have an experience called the Philly X, and that's short for the Philly experience. And that's actually a mission trip that our students can actually go on and live in Drexel University's dorms and learn in their facilities and be taught by a conglomeration of Ursinus and Drexel professors. And that's really nice too, because you can do an internship throughout that opportunity as well as getting the chance to live in Center City, Philadelphia for a semester. But I don't have my contact information on this page, but I will be sharing this information in the chat shortly. But it was a pleasure speaking with all of you today, and I hope that this helped in some way, shape, or form. So thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, David, and to all of our presenters. Really appreciate your time today. So that concludes our session for now, but we do have one more session. So it just points you towards that. If you want to sign up for that last one, we encourage you to participate. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very brief 5-question survey. Would greatly appreciate your feedback on that. And then one last thing of note, you will be able to access this session's recording as well as all of the other recordings from the fair today at strivescan.com/Hatboro-Horsham. And with that, thank you again to everyone. We welcome your participation and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.